Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Sima Gold. So today we are making this beautiful dress from scratch to finish. This video entails the sewing process. So in case you're just seeing this video for the first time, then I would advise you go to my channel. I'll drop the link and watch the part one, which is the cutting process. Thank
So
you.
for the front, I have my fabric on fold already. Then I'll place my pattern paper and I'll start cutting. Then I'll be adding 1.5 inches sewing allowances on the sides. And then this is the waist. I'll just cut it off. So the front part is ready. I'll cut my lining. I'll cut my lining the same way. Then I'll fold for the back. So this is my back and this is the fabric for the front. I'll place it. The only difference between the back and the front is that I'll be adding a zipper allowance by this side. So let me cut the shape out first for the back skirt. Okay, so now having cut the front and the back shape, we'll add our zipper allowance of 1.5 inches. And then you cut. So after cutting, this is what we have. So we'll lay this aside and then go to cut the upper part. So for the front, for the center front, this is what I have. I'll put it on fold first. Then I'll take the center front and place. And then I'll cut. Then for the frock design, I would follow this shape. And follow this shape. So our center front is ready. Then we'll go to the side front. I have my side front placed now. So I would add my sewing allowance of 2.5 inches. So the side front is ready. So the next thing we are going to do relating to the side front is to cut our padding. Most preferable, you can actually use a bra cup, but for this I'm using a padding for it. So I'll just from the under bust, I'll come down by 1 inch, and then I'll blend it and cut out. Then I would come down here by 1 inch, and then from the under bust I'll come down by 1 inch. So this is what I'll be using to do the padding for this upper part. So I have my wadding. I'll go ahead to place and cut. You place and you cut exactly. You can choose to cut two, which is one for the fabric and one for the lining. You can choose to cut one. However way you choose to do it is okay. But if you are cutting one for the lining, one for the fabric, maybe most of the reason why you should do that is if the wadding is not thick enough, so you might just want to reinforce your lining. Then for the side front, for the padding, this is what we have. So you just cut. So the wadding for the front is ready, and our front bodice is ready. So the only thing left for us now is to cut the lining. So I'm going to cut exactly this for the linings too, and then we proceed to cutting the back. For the back, I'm going to fold my fabric into two. Unfold, I'll place for my upper part first, and this part from the side front. So for the side front, I'm going to be adding 2.5 inches sewing allowance, just like we did in the front. And then I'll blend it into the armhole, blend it into the sewing allowance like this. So the side front, the side back is red, sorry. Then for the side center back, the only difference with the center back and the center front is the zipper allowance. So I will be marking 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance. Then I'll cut out the waist. So the side center back, the side back, the skirts, and the front are all ready. So the only thing I need to do now is to cut the lining, and then I'll join them together, join the lining, and then turn. So after turning, I'll give it a good press and show us so we know the next step to take. Okay, so I'm done coupling the up part, and I joined it to the waist, and then I just simply did some gather at the down part. So this is how the upper part looks like. I'm yet to fix the collar and the band sleeve, and then this is how the V shape look like. You can see the shape went this way. Then I just added the gather. So for the gather, you just complete your length of gown with that, and then gather it round from front to the back. The back still have the V shape, and then I fixed my zipper, my zip or my zipper. So the next thing we are going to talk about now is the band that I'll be attaching to this part, more like a sleeve band. So I have this already. Then I folded it into two. I added stay because the fabric is just a chiffon. It doesn't have stamina. So, and it's going to serve as my sleeve that's going to hold me firmly. So I needed to give it some stamina or reinforce the fabric. So I folded it into two. I folded it into another two. And I'm folding it into another two because I need two sleeves out of this. And let me just say it again. Fold into two, and you fold into another two. So after that, for me, I will be making use of the height of 3.5. So I'll cut it straight. Then from here, I'll be marking 4.5, or I'll be marking 5 inches because I'll be using half of an inch to sew. Then I'll start from here. In total, I have 6.5. So at the upper part, I'll be marking 5 inches, and then I'll come from this down part like this and cut it in diagonal form towards the 5 inches upward. So this is what I'll be having. This is what I'll be having. This is what I'll be having. So I will go to my sewing machine. I'll turn it inside out. I'll close up this upper part. Very important. I'll close up this upper part, turn it out again. I'll do the same thing here. Then I'll come to this armhole. Remember now I've turned this part and it's smooth. I would attach here by half of an inch, and I'll attach here by half of an inch. So I'll have something like this, and I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. Now the next thing we are going to do is to get the collar for this neck. Now the collar we are going to be making is not just going to go around the front neck, it's going to go around the back neck, and then we are going to have a button at the back there. So I'm going to be using an eating collar method. I'll still teach it here, but if in case you don't understand what I did here and you need clarity, you can actually check the video I posted on my channel on how to make an eating collar. But let's go straight to the method of making eating collar. Now the only thing I need is my paper and my marker. Now I'm using the collar height of 2 inches, not so high, not so low. I'm using the collar height of 2 inches, and this 2 inches includes both my the sewing allowance, the joining allowance. Yes, so I could actually still choose to do 2.5. So depending on you, I feel I need to do 2.5 because I want the collar to be a bit high. So by the time I join it to the neck of the dress by half and I turn the collar by half, I should have at least 1.5 inches collar standing. So the next thing I'll do is to cut. Now the width for this collar, I will be making use of 9 inches because on the average the human neck is 18 inches for a female collar, or mostly 18 inches is quite comfortable. So from here to here, I'll be measuring 18 inches. Then I'll divide this place into 5 equal parts. So having divided it into 5 equal for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I would mark the upper part of this collar. So let's say this, and then I'll label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what I will do next is to split the collars. After doing that, the next thing I'll do is to get my masking tape. And what I'll start doing at this upper part, I'll be marking half of an inch. When I mark half of an inch at this upper part, I will overlap the half of an inch there, and then I will mask. Then I'll repeat the same thing for this part, the second one, half of an inch. I would overlap only the upper part, and then I would mask. I'll go ahead to do the same thing at the upper part here, and I'll overlap only the upper part by half of an inch. The lower part is remain, look at it, is not overlapped. You just lay it immediately after the next one, but the upper part, you make sure you overlap it. Then here I would overlap it by still half. Don't overlap the lower part, remember. And you do the same thing for this one, just like that. So like this, now the collar is 60% ready. So I have my fabric that I added stay on. I would fold it into two, and when I fold it into two, the only thing I need to do is to take this and place it. When you place it, you simply cut. Then you just add turning allowance of like 0.25. Remember, we are not adding any other allowance to this collar because we have already added the allowance on this. So I will still take this. So the thicker you want this collar to be, you can use the interfacing that would give you that achievement. But for me, I don't want it to be so thick, so I added air stay and tissue stay. I just want it to look firm but not thick. So after that, this is what we have. I will go to my sewing machine. I will turn this neck part. You see this shape, very beautiful. So I'll go to my sewing machine. I'll turn this neck part by half of an inch, turn it out, give it a good press, and then I'll turn this side, and then turn this side by 0.25 allowance that we kept. Then I would get just a small piece to do my button.
I'll use a small piece to do my button hole, attach it to the collar, and then sew the collar around the neck of the dress. And after that, our dress is ready. So if you have any question, please ask at the comment section. Until next time, I remain Sima Gold. Thanks for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my channel, and share my videos if you find it really helpful. Thank you.